Data is the cornerstone of the intelligence era. It makes the intelligent world a reality. Computing is the primary productive force of the intelligence era. It delivers insight into what's going on. Data centers make data more focused, while the network makes it easy to connect everyone. In the intelligence era, service traffic increases sharply, data silos grow explosively, and 90% of data is underutilized. Facing frequent service changes, traditional O&M becomes inefficient. As such, that's why Huawei Cloud Fabric 2.0 DCN comes in. It comprehensively improves three capabilities, focuses on network pain points in the intelligence era, and helps enterprises achieve intelligent transformation. It provides super capacity, allowing data to flow freely. Cloud Engine series switches have a variety of models and can be flexibly combined to meet smooth evolution of enterprises in the next 10 years. It delivers intelligent experience, making data more valuable. Huawei Intelligent and Lossless DCN employs the unique iLossless AI algorithm to achieve zero packet loss and efficiently unleash computing power. It offers autonomous driving, enabling data to be always on anytime. iMaster NCE Fabric uses technologies such as intent abstraction, digital twin, and AI to deliver tangible benefits such as device plug-and-play and simplified deployment, intent-driven intelligent network solution recommendation, pre-event simulation and error-free network change, 135 intelligent O&M automatic fault rectification. As certified by TOLI, Huawei is the only vendor to achieve the L3 autonomous driving data center network in the industry. Huawei Cloud Fabric leads DCNs into the intelligence era, making computing more valuable.
我叫付静怡，是清溪小学6年级的学生。我喜欢写作，因为写作可以让我把更多心里想说的事情记录下来。
我叫付俊仁，是清溪小学6年级的学生。我喜欢动漫，动画就像我小时候的一个印记一样，即使长大了我也不会忘记。
我是清溪小学的老师唐亚烈。我们班的这些乡下的孩子求知欲望特别的强。以前按我们的这个教学方式，只是口头上给孩子们讲叙述，对他们来说有所束缚。现在有了信息化技术，孩子们一个更深入的身临其境，真正的到了这个境界去。原来他们就是这样的美。
不再是虚拟的东西了，就像我们看到的真实的世界。
虽然现在上的课已经很好了，但是网上的那些图片还有视频这些不够真实。但是那个 VR 它那些动物好像就是出现在我们身边一样。好像随手都可以摸到。
VR课里最喜欢的应该是我度过的月球之旅，那是凹槽真的，还有太阳，还有地球，感觉就像在眼前一样。以后我想给动漫当编故事的人，我想要了解天文地理，我要学习的东西远远不止课本里教的。我希望以后有一个很厉害的团队。我们的作品能让国漫走向世界， 也能被翻译成各种语言，能给这个世界带来一点点影响，我就很满足了。
我最想去的地方是成都，因为那有大熊猫，而且那里有火锅，我很想去那里吃一顿火锅。我希望我能拥有一本能变出很多东西的书，拥有魔法和知识。我想变出一个小偷，但他不会偷走人们的珠宝和礼物，他会偷走弟弟身上的疾病，偷走爷爷奶奶的艰辛。我希望让医疗基础更好，把它治好，以后他的事情自己也能做一些吧。
他长大了吗？
我养他。
我所带的20几个学生，他们不仅仅代表的是我的学生，还更是20几颗萌芽的种子。我希望他们能够健康茁壮的成长。信息技术叫一扇窗，让他们能够放眼看到更广阔的世界。
Steam engines brought steam power. Magnets helped generate electric power. And transistors turned that into computing power. Now, big data and AI are signaling a digital transformation that is driving us into the intelligence era. Just as oil was vital to the industrial age, data is vital to the intelligence era. Now more than ever, data is playing a pivotal role, and connectivity is more crucial than ever before. Connectivity is like beacon fires and the Silk Road. It's also telegrams, letters, and now emails. Outside are stable, safe urban rail transit systems spanning the country. What you can't see is the routers transmitting data, allowing trains to operate safely. Outside are digital financial services, making shopping easier. What you can see is the IP backbone networks converging reams of data and carrying countless financial services. Outside are one network government services with one on-site visit. What you can see is e-government networks constantly extending their coverage, while big data-based offices expedite government services. Both hidden away and in plain sight, connectivity is changing everything, leading our quest to unravel the boundless possibilities behind data. Amid digital transformation, WANs are igniting a new revolution, helping enterprises calmly respond to the flood of data, embrace cloudification, and provide industry-defining products and solutions. Explore new industrial interconnection markets, enacting transformations globally. Take the first step towards autonomous driving with AI-powered God's Eye View. Connectivity brings digital to every person, object, and corner on Earth. The future is within reach. Digital technologies empower thousands of ecosystems. Huawei is committed to building a fully connected industry ecosystem and building a digital innovation system together with its partners. Huawei's Cloud WAN 2.0 solution is powered by new NetEngine series routers, which provide super capacity, intelligent experience, and autonomous driving. It focuses on branch-to-cloud connection, DCI, and industrial interconnection scenarios. It helps build new WANs oriented to the intelligence era, facilitating enterprise digital transformation and unlocking the infinite potential of the digital intelligence era. Connectivity is ubiquitous, and NetEngine is there when you need it.
在大自然中，隐是一种本能，是巧妙的藏匿，是看不见却无处不在的生机。隐也是人与自然和谐共处的方式。建筑可以巧妙地藏匿于自然，搭起我们与自然沟通的桥梁。在彩云之南，建筑正与万亩森林融为一体。
酒店建筑材料的选择需要取自自然，弹窗地处火山带，这里的食材非常丰富。我们看到的酒店的立面、路面，都选用了云南不同的6种天然的食材。门口的这个小溪和脚下走的这条路，依山而建，顺势设计。
在隐于自然的建筑里，我们可以拥有另一种生活方式。在山野林泉中，唤起最初的向往。隐于自然的生活，并不意味着与世界失联，也可以拥有现代化的体验。创新技术为这片原生态的栖息地带来了无处不在的连接，也让大自然中的智能生活留下最少的痕迹。
整个酒店占地30万平方米，400多套别墅，并且非常的分散。如果用老的方案来部署网络的话，总共建设下来就将近需要100个酒店资房，需要非常多的资源，而且还会影响周边的一个环境。所以选用光纤网络，可以简化网络架构，节省80%以上的机房空间。要满足酒店的网络需求，如果用铜线就需要一大捆，但光纤的话只需要很细的一根线，光纤传输的耗损也更少，也就更绿色环保。
隐于山间的居所，融入自然的连接，造就静谧的栖息之地，让人与自然和谐相处。
What can Wi-Fi do in your imagination? Bring Jurassic Park to the classroom.
Guide me to do what I want and where I need to be in an airport.
Generate images of organs to help diagnose accurately.
Enable stores to adjust to the rapidly changing world.
Secure and customized financial services. Enable global teams to collaborate and discuss new ideas.
Make factories completely automatic. Are such dreams too much to ask from Wi-Fi? With Air Engine Wi-Fi 6, such dreams are now a reality.
Air Engine Wi-Fi 6 is developed with the world's most advanced 5G network, bringing everyone ubiquitous connectivity, automatic operations, and a seamless, integrated experience.
Air Engine Wi-Fi 6, powered by Huawei 5G.
Since the beginning, light has always been with us. Light has let life thrive and led us forward as we explore. Light has been our guide, but it has also empowered us. It is the spark that opened up a whole new world of discovery. Light has shown us the world. Optical networks let us connect it. Optical networks are enriching and evolving the online experience. From KB to MB, from GB to TB, today's optical networks are integrated into every way of life. In the world of tomorrow, optical networks will unleash even greater potential. Fiber connections will move deeper into data centers, bringing a new level of energy savings and efficiency. Optical connections will extend to every room, every desk, every machine, delivering a super-fast, ultra-smooth internet experience to each member of every family, enabling long-distance medical services that will span the globe, bringing hopes for better health to millions. Bring the holographic forms of partners and teammates from across the globe to your desktop, making millisecond trading a reality, giving investors a split-second advantage, adding new momentum to industrial development through production automation with smarter, connected machines, empowering cities to make the leap into the future of new intelligence and propelling the world in smarter directions. The future is within our reach. With Optix, Huawei will bring optical connectivity to every corner of our lives. With Optix access, we will overcome distances and break down boundaries. And with Optitrans, we will harness the power of optical data transmission across cities and continents, connecting the world as one. The intelligent Optix network will connect everyone, everywhere, at the dawn of a brilliant new era.
Data is the cornerstone of the intelligence era. It makes the intelligent world a reality. Computing is the primary productive force of the intelligence era. It delivers insight into what's going on. Data centers make data more focused, while the network makes it easy to connect everyone. In the intelligence era, service traffic increases sharply, data silos grow explosively, and 90% of data is underutilized. Facing frequent service changes, traditional O&M becomes inefficient. As such, that's why Huawei Cloud Fabric 2.0 DCN comes in. It comprehensively improves three capabilities, focuses on network pain points in the intelligence era, and helps enterprises achieve intelligent transformation. It provides super capacity, allowing data to flow freely. Cloud Engine series switches have a variety of models and can be flexibly combined to meet smooth evolution of enterprises in the next 10 years. It delivers intelligent experience, making data more valuable. Huawei Intelligent and Lossless DCN employs the unique iLossless AI algorithm to achieve zero packet loss and efficiently unleash computing power. It offers autonomous driving, enabling data to be always on anytime. iMaster NCE Fabric uses technologies such as intent abstraction, digital twin, and AI to deliver tangible benefits such as device plug-and-play and simplified deployment, intent-driven intelligent network solution recommendation, pre-event simulation and error-free network change, 135 intelligent O&M automatic fault rectification, As certified by Toli, Huawei is the only vendor to achieve the L3 autonomous driving data center network in the industry. Huawei Cloud Fabric leads DCNs into the intelligence era, making computing more valuable.
我叫付静怡，是清溪小学6年级的学生。我喜欢写作，因为写作可以让我把更多心里想说的事情记录下来。
我叫付俊仁，是清溪小学6年级的学生。我喜欢动漫，动画就像我小时候的一个印记一样，其实长大了我也不会忘记。
我是清溪小学的老师唐亚丽。我们班的这些乡下的孩子求知欲望特别的强。以前按我们的这个教学方式，只是口头上给孩子们讲叙述，对他们来说有所束缚。现在有了信息化技术，孩子们一个更深入的身临其境，真正的到了这个境界去。原来他们就是这样的美。
不再是虚拟的东西了，就像我们看到的真实的世界。
虽然现在上的课已经很好了，但是网上的那些图片还有视频这些不够真实。但是那个 VR 它那些动物好像就是出现在我们身边一样。好像随手都可以摸到。
VR课里最喜欢的应该是我度过的月球之旅，那是凹槽真的，还有太阳，还有地球，感觉就像在眼前一样。以后我想给动漫当编故事的人，我想要了解天文地理，我要学习的东西远远不止课本里教的。我希望以后有一个很厉害的团队。我们的作品能让国漫走向世界，也能被翻译成各种语言，能给这个世界带来一点点影响，我就很满足了。
我最想去的地方是成都，因为那有大熊猫，而且那里有火锅，我很想去那里吃一顿火锅。我希望我能拥有一本能变出很多东西的书，拥有魔法和知识。我想变出一个小偷，但他不会偷走人们的珠宝和礼物，他会偷走弟弟身上的疾病，偷走爷爷奶奶的艰辛。我希望让医疗基础更好，把它治好，以后他的事情自己也能做一些吧。
他长大了没？
我养他。
我所带的20几个学生，他们不仅仅代表的是我的学生，还更是20几颗萌芽的种子。我希望他们能够健康茁壮的成长。信息技术叫一扇窗，让他们能够放眼看到更广阔的世界。
Steam engines brought
人类的文明史是一部波澜壮阔的连接史诗，从结绳记事到语言诞生，从烽火城池到贸易共生，从车马传信到音容妙致，我们不断寻找，重新定义，一步一步将连接的触角延伸至空白之间，以知之外。今天的连接又在创造怎样的奇迹？让路灯对话，让蔬菜倾听，让恐龙复活在你眼前，让生机赶在绝望之前。万物互联时代，科技让童话成真。智能超宽的数据通信，让汹涌泛滥的数据变得顺畅有序。智能连接的数据通信，让尽力而为的网络变成使命必达的承诺。智能运维的数据通信，让日夜不休的人工干预变成了自动驾驶的自治自律。今天，聪明的数据通信正以4大引擎的澎湃动力，连接个人，连接企业，连接算力。作为新基建的数字基座，打通了千行百业的数字命脉。在您看不见的背后，智能 IP 网络正在开启宾至如归的购物体验，正在保障每一笔交易的成功抵达，正在指挥机器人配送你的情人节惊喜，正在让问题得到更多答案，正在让每一个生命赢得更多尊严，正在让无畏的双脚再一次踏上征途。而连接的进化从不会停止，因为从这一头到那一头，连接着我们关爱的人，连接着我们坚信的路，连接价值，连接希望，连接无穷无尽，连接生生不息。
Distinguished guest leaders, ladies and gentlemen, and all our dear friends watching through the live broadcast, good afternoon. Welcome to Huawei Connect 2020, and welcome to today's summit, Intelligent Connectivity. I'm today's host, Colin, so honored and pleased to be here and share the following content with all of you. So on behalf of the sponsor, Huawei, I'd like to extend my warm welcome and great gratitude for coming. Thank you for your time. 现场尊敬的各位领导、各位嘉宾、现场的观众朋友，大家下午好！欢迎大家莅临2020华为全链接大会全场景智能连接加速行业数字化转型的峰会现场。大家下午好，我是本场峰会的主持人许诺，非常荣幸和在场的每一位嘉宾共同见证本场峰会的精彩内容。首先邀请各位用您最为隆重的掌声欢迎华为数据通信产品线总裁胡克文先生为我们带来引领智能 IP 网络，共创行业新价值的主题演讲。掌声有请。
Now let's welcome Mr. Kevin Hu, President of Huawei Data Communication Product Line, to make a presentation leading intelligent IP networks creating new value together.
在现场的各位朋友，还有线上的各位
Dear
朋友，大
friends,
家下午好。
on site and online, good
大家
afternoon.
不知道还记不记得
I wonder whether you still remember last year at the HC 2019 in Shanghai, when our new products were launched I was wondering what you would expect me to launch this year. Last year at the HC, we launched the three-tier or three-layer architecture for intelligent network, as well as a three-layer architecture for security. After making such launches, I realized that in 2018 we launched the intent-driven network. Then last year, it was a three-layer architecture that was launched. So today, we would like to launch intelligent IP networks. For that, we have been talking about the topic for 3 years. So we are not only emphasizing important topic 3 times, but also 3 years. Only with 3 years of dedication can we do right things right. In this special moment, friends join us from on-site and online. I appreciate so much the support you have given us in the past year and decade. Our products and solutions have served many verticals and users. For example, we support 10 out of top, 6 out of top 10 banks, and also so many others in other sectors. So, for example, 228 out of the Fortune 500 companies. So, after serving them, we have also accumulated a lot of expertise in serving the various users. Last year, we are not only doing paperwork for intelligent network, but also done a lot of things on the ground. Since September last year, we launched a three-layer architecture, the cloud-based and intelligent NCE platform. We also launched the intelligent firewalls exactly the same time last year. Over the past year, more than 1,000 intelligent firewalls have been deployed worldwide. In February, we launched the AI-based Wi-Fi L-Engine series. Wi-Fi 6 was so well received in the market. In this compound, you can seamlessly experience our Wi-Fi. Huawei Connect 2020 has been served with the full coverage of Wi-Fi 6. In July, we actually launched the intelligent loss-free or lossless switches. What makes us different is the following. E35 solution also focuses on this. In August, we launched the routers for enterprises, cloud-based intelligent dispatching. This is what we have done over the past year. Looking into the future, the era of cloud, where everything is intelligently connected, and when the whole industry is transforming, the data communication as the cornerstone is moving into new directions. Where is it going? So many more devices are connected. The CAGR is 30% for the number of new devices connected. But the O&M headcount is flat. In data network, our data engineers are overwhelmed. In data centers, the maintenance engineers tend to be complained by the business users. When business is down, they will find them as scapegoats. So a lot of challenges have been encountered. How can we resolve them? From the industry perspective, we believe that IP network seems to be not subject to generations, but actually there is a clear line of generations in the path of evolution. The core concept of IP cannot be separated from the Internet, ISO, and the separation of business from network are the ideas that are constraining us. All these ideas came from the Internet. However, in the data communication network, Internet is not the only one. Tens of millions of base stations have been connected to IP networks. Hundreds of millions of users have been connected to Internet. and numerous enterprises have been connected to internet. The number of nodes has exceeded billions on the internet, and the intelligent IP network is totally different by architecture. The internet is flat in structure to deliver the accessibility of mails and communication in the context of nuclear Cold War. So how can we actually provide the accessibility for things like the online storage or in the intelligent network, sensing is required. How can we deliver that, especially at the terminal side? And this wasn't conceived when the internet was designed. Given such needs of new services, we have categorized the IP into three phases. The first one is IPv4. It's about the accessibility, and then the MPLS about the city-level networks. It actually can host the traffic engineering and QoS. The network has become bigger and more complex at that stage. Today, we have come to a stage where things got connected based on IPv6+ and intelligent IP, the two attributes of the network. IPv6 was proposed 10 years ago. It only resolved the issue of addresses, so it is hugely difficult to deploy. Users have little incentive to resolve the address problem for IPv6. With the new context of internet in control, forward, and many other layers, we have found IPv6 to be incomplete. Therefore, we have developed a new control, forward, and management concept for IPv6 so that IPv6 can work together with cloud. As I said, SDN cannot be used well for IPv6. The core problem is not the insufficient software, but insufficient protocol support. So in terms of SDN application, a lot of things have been done in Huawei. What I would like to share with you is about this, is the 1, 2, 3, 4X. So this is what Huawei has been contemplating. In terms of one, the IP is about intelligent. IP network requires that intelligence, and IP network can also better enable the intelligent world. So the business of the IP world can be actually brought to the numerous things at the terminal side to support the intelligent network. We also need the right hardware. Can the cars that you purchase today support autonomous driving? No, because there are no sensors. No LiDAR on your car. So your car cannot be intelligent enough to accommodate autonomous driving. And likewise, software is insufficient. The operating system is totally different between autonomously driven vehicles and normal vehicles. So Huawei has been preparing ourselves for the intelligent world from both hardware and software. That is about the 2. 3. Architecture is different. Traditional network is symmetrical. SO basic model, physical link, transmission, and conversation layers are the pure model. It is a model based on ports and models. So in the cloud age, we need to redesign the management and the forward planes and the maintenance planes. So we need to design a new structure from a totally new perspective. That is why we launched a 3-layer or 3-plane architecture last year. The 4 is about the 4 engines that we have discussed extensively last year. X is the highlight today. We would like to join our industrial partners and to co-develop competitive industrial solutions. From both hardware and software, we have the development capabilities. How can we better enable the users in finance, transport, education, energy, and other sectors, and create more values from the more scenarios that we can support? That is about 1, 2, 3, 4X that I would like to interpret. Moving on to the next part. For the hardware, what is the core? In the IP network, there are several attributes. What we provide is connectivity, is about bandwidth, traffic, latency, jittering, packet losses, and topography and security. These are the 6 dimensions of the network. What makes us different from others? Our engineers spend every day thinking about this. This is like the tireless pursuit to mount the summit of Chomolungma. So 400 GD is supported. This is a new era that we are entering. We have already started our shipment of the single port 400G and commercialized it in the backbone network in China for boxes to support the numerous scenarios in power, banking, and other sectors who are still using the heritage, or they're still using the old ports. So we can actually protect your investment to the maximum extent. For hardware, we are actually increasing the acceleration engine and the big data processing. So all of them require upgraded hardware. Moving on to software, I trust that none of you have watched this. The solution is the following. By the end of the year, we will launch this new software system, which is named as Yunshan. It is a kind of tree that can live for thousands of years, and generation after generation, year on year, it will evolve endlessly. The same is true for software architecture. You know, it is such a modular structure. For different scenarios, the modules can be disinstalled. So it is essentially a derivative of Linux. We can open up our database and containers. On this Yunshan OS, our partners can develop edge intelligence and industrial applications. This is a major breakthrough in the industry, and the software work is very challenging. But in our switches and firewalls, the software has been commercialized. And this next year, our full product portfolio will support Yunshan. And you can actually load it per your need. If you do not use OPS, you can only select to load what you need. And that wasn't possible for the old software. This is a breakthrough for our software. We can quickly support the future needs, integration, and in-depth development. It has also integrated various AI acceleration engines, and we provide more than 400 APN capabilities. So we provide equipment management as well as the ports and management capabilities and AI capabilities. The third one is the 3-layer architecture. I discussed this last year. This year, we further upgraded this architecture, particularly on the top, autonomous driving or the intelligent operation and maintenance. We have made breakthrough for knowledge graph, learning, and big data. So we made huge strides thanks to our capabilities, and that is to achieve the real AI. Once you put equipment in a scenario, you know, the accuracy rate will rise by the first, second, and third months. The first month, 80% accurate, and without intervention, in the second month, 90%. Third month, 95%. That is the true AI capability. That means the AI can learn without intervention or expert experience. The second upgrade is the intelligent experience. We can holistically support the merge between cloud and the network. So the cloud and the network can call on each other, and the network calling network. So they can be all connected in the era of cloud. How about the 4 engines? This first is the NCE platform. That is the network control engine. This is a software not on hardware. It is based on cloudified architecture. The upgrade provides us the following. The first one is the knowledge graph inside and neural network inside. So these are breakthroughs in the industry as well. Look at other vendors. None of them offer the same functionality. So we are the pioneer in the industry in terms of embedding these two. Algorithm is set, but the know-how is how to use it. That is hugely complex. With the capability and the engine, for customers, we have also introduced the upgrade of northbound AOC programming framework. Many colleagues and friends may know it. Programmable software, a programmable network. What is it? Is it true that a network is programmable as long as modules can be supported? Actually, you need to schedule your network and verify your network based on intent. So based on AOC engine, we have made new attempts. And that engine has been opened to developers, especially our partners. If you can do some development, very simple development, based on AOC programming framework, you can use it. Next one is the southbound. We have encountered a lot of friends who raised the requirements to us, whether NCE manage third-party devices. Then we understood that this was a very urgent matter because of the increased number of online or connected devices. We are going to add this to our network. So with our system, you will be able to manage all devices from different parties. So 1,500 sets have been deployed on NCE, and also 1,000 for campuses and 1,000 for the broad domains. So we have entered the age of scaled deployment. Can we use the SDN? Yes, indeed. There can be some configuration inconsistency or legacy but we have resolved them. When you choose SDN, SDN seems alike, but is it a truly SDN ready for commercialization? Then you need to check those numbers. For campus, over the past year, Wi-Fi 6 has been, recognized to be very powerful. We can actually provide so many different kinds of signals. That means we provide more signals to you. And we also introduce intelligent capability to the Wi-Fi network. So every day, fine-tuning is done until the optimal state is achieved. So that is the magic of AI. In the past year, Forrester, Gartner, and others have highly rated our solution. In Wi-Fi network, what we can achieve is that we can manage 200,000 devices or users at the same time. By a cloud-based management, operation is on. Some of our users may have 300,000 devices in SDN, and we can also deliver that. In Wi-Fi network, we are not only managing one box, but also providing solution. In terms of a campus network, we are keenly aware of the complexity of the scenarios. What you buy is the boxes and boxes that are pieced together, firewalls, switches, and so on and so forth. But to develop a scenario, it is highly complicated. We have launched a new solution for intelligent campus. With one network, everything is connected. Southbound, all the ports and optical fibers can be connected. Here, you can see several bags or sacks. Like one is a small Wi-Fi plus a switch, middle-sized with AR added to that. In the large bags or the large campuses, more switches and firewall can be put in. So we can do cloud management for all of them as long as you can do some standardized configuration, like 10, 100, 1,000 users. and then you put them together as packages, the one-stop solution can be available. But that is not enough. In Wi-Fi, there's an issue of one click to join the cloud. Sometimes you have to go through the internet because of the remote distance of the campus. So we need to make one jump and then enter the cloud. The SD-WAN technology can do that. So that is the best solution to have one jump to enter the cloud. The next one is the unified management. So this year, in terms of campus solutions, we have made enormous improvements and breakthroughs. The next one is about the data center. You know very well about it. Over the past year, we have upgraded the support up to the 400G level and introduced the knowledge graph. The fault diagnosis rate is as high as 98%. Through the Ethernet, we can also replace FC storage seamlessly. So the F solution is commercializable. With the Ethernet, FC computing network can be all turned into one network. The bandwidth can be increased by at least 10 times. After discussing the unified network, I would like to move on to the fourth highlight. That is the multi-cloud service. So companies have public and private clouds, 50-50, and there are also multi-vendors of even public clouds. So we can actually use one network to support multiple clouds, up to 10 clouds. So in the data center network, in terms of DN deployment, we have deployed 1,500 iMaster CNEs, and 400GE has been also commercialized. The third is about the cloud WAN. WAN is about making cloud services at fingertips in both villages, counties, and outlets. Access to cloud requires WAN connections. At the core of WAN is to have the integration of cloud and network, so you don't need human intervention. Then end-to-end automation is possible. In the WAN, 400GE is also supported, and certainty is also supported, especially for industrial use. In Nanjing, we launched a certain network. The jittering is only plus minus 15 microseconds for a distance of 2,000 kilometers. And the WAN may penetrate others, so it is important to make it secure. And the next one is unsupervised learning of AI. There are 80,000 KPIs that can actually deliver this. So in the history of IP, that is a huge progress. For slicing SL6, commercialization has started. Many customers are asking whether it is commercializable. But that means that you don't know our latest updates. The 3 top Chinese carriers and the foreign customers have already rolled it out. They know immediately that this is good because it can actually coordinate the cloud and the network. Finally, about the security. We have a complete suite of security solutions because security is the top priority of the users. As you know, tomorrow is a special day, and it is a security day, and we actually do 96% of the threat detection rate, and that is the top of at least the top 3 in the industry. So that is 96%. We are the first one in China that can deliver more than 90% of the threat detection rate. So the next is a closed cycle. After you detect the threats, you cannot unplug the network. What you can do is the following. So the closure can be done after the threat is detected. And then the 4.8T level firewall has been also launched. So many people waited for this. So you need a huge firewall to protect the entire environment. And for the industries, we have also developed the solutions. I'm going to be very brief, although you may be very interested. The government is actually introducing one network for all public services and city administration. But the government network used to be based on LAN. But how can we use one cloud, one platform, and one network to deliver a complete e-governance and e-government? Actually, we can use cloud plus one to deliver that. The city, so 83% of the public services can be provided online, end-to-end, and there has been 21 provincial e-governance network, which is still growing in China. In the financial industry, customers use multiple clouds. So for new O&M network and architecture, how can we support the distributed multi-centers? Financial institutions are leading the way in this regard. In commercial banks, our applications are numerous. In education, the most important one is the need to cope with the impact of the pandemic. In many schools, social distancing of 1 or 1.5 meters is administered. Students take lessons in dormitories, so they need better Wi-Fi to support that. Later, Professor Hu of Southeast University will give you more details. For research and education, the data centers need to be also connected. In airports, you have heard the presentation from the Shenzhen airport. You can tell that we developed the Wi-Fi network for them. For security experience and O&M, we have achieved a good performance. The Beijing Capital Airport is also very keen on doing that. So we are actually co-innovating with Shenzhen airports and other customers. For healthcare, the mobile and remote medicine are important. So healthcare industry is moving to cloud so as to connect the users with high-quality medical resources for rapid diagnosis. Slicing is needed, and transfusion and wearable devices of the elderly users all need to be connected. There are numerous healthcare-related solutions. I'm open to discuss them with you on an offline one-on-one basis. Finally, let's review this. For intelligent IP network, we have talked about the 1, 2, 3, 4. The intelligent IP network, we have improved the hardware and the software by re-engineering. And two, we have actually upgraded the hardware and the software platforms in support of intelligent IP. And the intelligent IP capabilities will be opened to more partners so that more developers will be able to enable the numerous users. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hu Kewen, for your wonderful speech. Please be seated. Next, let's welcome Mr. Hu Yining from the Southeast University to give us a presentation about building a fully wireless smart campus with intelligent IP networks. Hello everyone, I'm Hu Yining from Southeast University. I'm responsible for the ICT infrastructure construction and the campus cybersecurity work. It's a great pleasure for me to share with you what we have done in IP network and building a smart campus in Southeast University. Southeast University is a time-honored university known for the engineering disciplines, and we have 11 first-class academic disciplines that include electronic science and technology, information and communication, engineering and computer science and technology. And we are also a first-class cybersecurity university in China, and all these fame stimulates us to work harder. And we know that informatization is an important driver for education modernization. Over the years, we have seen this being reinforced from the government policies. In a 13th five-year plan in 2017, the Internet plus education notion was proposed. Education informatization 2.0 was put forth in 2018. Over the past 2 years, the governments have frequently issued documents requiring education authorities and universities to use Internet and information technologies to support national education reform to achieve a stronger education sector and a whole-person education. For us to improve the teaching capabilities in a university, we need the ICT technologies. Everybody is talking about VR and AR assisted education, and that needs edge computing and also stable and high-speed connectivity, and also resource sharing means we need to have strong computing power and IoT support management. Service requires us to have secure and reliable management assurance system. Based on these requirements, Southeast University is faced with all kinds of challenges like other universities. The first challenge is with the network construction. In the past, the network was built like silos. In the campus, there are many private networks, IoT private network, financial network, education private network, and so on. And also there was a lack of attention on the maintenance and management on the networks, and that led to difficulty and also led to high cost. In terms of cybersecurity, we spent a lot of money in building all kinds of systems, the network systems, the data systems, and so on, but there lacked a unified planning. So we don't have effective mitigation for the potential threats. And also there's no integrated management system for the threats. Another challenge is that, for example, in this pandemic, there are a lot of cases of online education. So many universities want to promote this new model, but the intranet capacity is not enough. This becomes a bottleneck. And then for the scientific researcher resources, in the past they were managed and constructed for specific projects, and there was a fragmented management of the resources. So we need to change that. And also the O&M model, as the network is scaling up, so the manual O&M is not able to address that. The number of connections, number of devices, and number of users are growing, and these will invalidate the past O&M model. In order to address these challenges and problems, we proposed the strategy of 3 clouds and 1 highway in order to support us building a digital and intelligent Southeast University. The 3 clouds means we need to upgrade our network and at the same time build a high-speed information highway. On this highway, we can have the data cloud, computing cloud, and the scientific instrument sharing cloud. And based on this strategy, we have this 4-layer network design. At the bottom layer, we have the subsystems, and also the infrastructure and the data middle platform and applications. The data middle platform is our core capability, providing data governance, integration, and development, and data aggregation. All these rely on high-quality ICT infrastructure. And our vision can be laid out in 3 ones. First, one network, converging all the services on a one network, including IoT and Wi-Fi 6 services on one network with a unified management. And we use SDN and VXLAN to converge different services networks on one single physical network. In this way, we can reduce the cost of network construction and the cost of management. And we can change the status of siloed networks. The second one is one system. We want to have one network-wide protection system. We also plan to build a stronger authentication to have a better access control and to protect the valid usage of the resources. We use SD-WAN for traffic isolation, and also we use the data middle platform for unified management and control of data and security assurance. Apart from perimeter defense in an internet, we also use the probes on the switches to have sensing and awareness of the security posture of the network. The third one is one platform. We have this one network and one system. We also need to have this platform for control management and analysis integrated in one place to offer visibility into the services and the control of the network services, including the propagation of the configuration and wireless optimization. So, based on the data collected, we can also provide prediction and predictive O&M. Based on our strategy, we started from last year the upgrade of the campus network. For the main roads around the campus and the library areas, we provided Wi-Fi 6 coverage. We worked with Huawei last week to build the optical network in the campus, and we also deployed SDN for fine granularity management. And the uplink and downlink speed can be 400 megabit per second, and for Wi-Fi 5 it can be 200 megabit per second uplink and downlink. And we have also completed the phase 1 construction for the data middle platform. It breaks away the barriers of different systems and provide unified interfaces for development. And based on this data middle platform, we are among the first to enjoy the benefits of these ICT technologies, and we will continue to work in these three directions. The first is to continue to build a solid foundation, that is continuing to upgrade the network storage and computing and security. Will continue to implement data collection, efficient data processing, intelligent data analysis, and optimize the management process and improve service quality, and take the Digital Southeast University as our guiding principle to continue to advance the ICT adoption level. And I'd like to thank Huawei for their support, and we will continue to work with trusted partners such as Huawei to build leading and exemplary smart campuses and promote the collaboration of industry and academia. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hu Yingning, for your wonderful speech. Please be seated. The next speaker will be Mr. Zhang Shen, the Deputy General Manager of Headquarter Data Center of Agricultural Bank of China. He will talk about building a digital bank with all-scenario intelligent connectivity. Hello everyone, I'm Zhang Shen from Agricultural Bank of China. It's a great pleasure to speak here and share with you the work we have done over the years and the things we are researching into, and I hope this will be helpful for you. As we have started digital transformation, we proposed the IABC strategy. I see that I appears a lot in this venue. I stands for intelligence. And ABC, what do they mean? They are short for Agricultural Bank of China. They also represent the latest technologies, AI, big data, and cloud. Based on this new strategy, we plan to move the products online and have service-oriented platforms and have data-driven operations and ecosystem-based services, especially during the special period of time where we are suffering from the pandemic. The use of these technologies become very important. So this year, we made the plan to respond to the pandemic and to avoid the business impact. And we expect that the IT system is based on an open architecture. As I was listening to Mr. Hu's speech, I think the most impressive message is that Huawei is open. It is opening up the southbound interface, and that is something we want to see. And we also expect the IT system to be agile and elastic, autonomous and controllable. Digital transformation has a big impact on data center because I'm responsible for building the infrastructure and maintaining it for a data center. So digital transformation means data centers will migrate to a cloud-based architecture, and data center network face great challenges. First, in terms of scale, in the headquarter data center, we have 30,000 servers. If we count VM and container as well, that will be 300,000. And everything will be connected. Everything will be intelligent. So in the next 5 to 10 years, we will have 300,000 or even up to 1 million computing nodes in the networks and cloud. So how to have the seamless interconnection between cloud and network, how to have elasticity are the top challenges. We will have 4 data centers and 3 cities in the future. So these kind of challenges need to be addressed. And the second is business agility. We need to have a highly responsive network. Every day there are 150 changes, and some of the changes are urgent. Before I come onto this stage, I was told that our recruitment system need to change, and the requirements a lot of the times are raised in the same day and requiring implementation in the same day. And also there are the rec packets sending in the Spring Festival and the Shopping Festival. All these applications need the networks to be agile and elastic. The third thing I want to talk about is business continuity, which is very important for a bank. So that's why we need to have a software-defined network. And when we have VMs and containers, how do we maintain business continuity and provide it 24/7 online services to customers? That is another challenge we face. In order to address these challenges, I will share with you how ABC collaborates with leading industry partners such as Huawei to innovate. First, we built the ABC1 architecture. One refers to one open network ecosystem. And it also means that we need to have the convergence of the cloud and traditional workloads, wired and wireless connection, and convergence of service bearing. As I was on the way to the meeting menu, I saw that the driving lanes can change. It can have the driving direction changed. So that is something quite flexible, like what we want to have in our network. And the ABC1 covers the channel domain and the service domain, and we support 8 million service nodes, and we also have a large number of overseas branches. And so how to maintain this network is very important. These are considered part of the channel domain. So let's take a look at the channel domain. We work with Huawei to deploy SD-WAN last year. Earlier this year, we completed the evolution from SR-MPLS to SRv6. We have deployed the largest SRv6 network in the financial industry. Like Mr. Hu said, that judging from the last 6 months, we can say that the performance is quite good, and the network will reroute the service on a regular basis in an intelligent way. SRv6 intelligent scheduling and service bearing convergence can improve the bandwidth utilization by at least 25% and ensuring SLAs for key services. By making use of telemetry, we address the information loss and long waiting time for SNMP polling. And data is collected from multiple dimensions, multiple layers in seconds to enable deep network visibility. The RTO in minutes may feel enough in the past, but now our core service system have more than 1 billion transactions a day. So if there is a 1 second interruption, and it will affect tens of thousands of transactions. So the SNMP polling in every few minutes is far from enough. And for the channel domain, we have flattened architecture. Big banks have many layers of networks usually. And we also have a multi-layer of organizational structure. By using the channel domain, we will simplify the network and only have 3 layers network. So it will be from the branch to the tier 1 node and then to the headquarter data center. Like I said, we have 30,000 servers in the data center, so we need to use a segmented VXLAN to reduce the coupling level. And in this way, we can implement this flexible resource scheduling across equipment rooms or fabrics, achieving elastic scheduling. We will soon see the shopping festival, and that will also put a lot of pressure on banks. By using segmented VXLAN, we can schedule resource across data centers. And we also set up a vast resource pool and decouple security policies from cloud networks to enable unified security policy management. We also built an ultra-large network to cater for the access of up to 300,000 servers in the future and meet the business development goal of ABC. In the service domain, service deployment and network O&M are also very big challenge. How to have faster service deployment? We work with Huawei and make use of the intelligence and also the concept of autonomous driving network ADN. We deployed probes to obtain real-time network and device data. When the data is uploaded, the intelligent resource provision and fault recovery solution is computed. And in order to get more benefit from the autonomous driving network, we also match our network with the 114 O&M framework. 114 is about one unified management portal, one unified configuration center, and 4 platforms: management platform, operation platform, monitoring platform, and data analysis platform. So the infrastructure and the applications can better interact with each other. And in ABC, we have a wide range of service systems, including thousands of service systems. On average, more than 50 new services are rolled out or upgraded every week. Based on these network configuration templates, we can provision network in minutes. And recently, we have rolled out the ABC 5.0 services. We were able to do it in minutes instead of weeks. And then for the O&M, the biggest problem is fault location. There are all kinds of application alarms, system alarms, and network alarms. But with a large number of alarms, how can we identify the root cause of the issue? So we worked with Huawei, and we deployed network analyzer fabric inside to detect service forwarding path and health status. The analyzer can quickly identify the fault area and narrow down the fault scope, improving the O&M efficiency. So by doing all this optimization and the network construction, what benefits are we seeing? There are 3 improvements and 2 reductions. So we see improvement in service experience, service capabilities, and O&M efficiency. And with network automation, intelligence, performance protocols, we can better support service deployment, service bearing, service assuring. And the 2 reductions is reduction in TCO, and like I said, the bandwidth utilization is improved by 25%, so cost is down by 25%. And we also have better business continuity. Yesterday, I heard speakers talked about new infrastructure, and banks are also at the forefront of new infrastructure construction. In the product innovation, service innovation, and model innovation, we will work with partners such as Huawei to continue the journey of Bank 4.0. We also look forward to working with more partners and providing better services and products to customers. Thank you. Thank you for your wonderful sharing. Please be seated.
从有生命的第一天，
From day one of our life, light would exist, and now we are in the fifth generation of 5G. So optical fiber will connect all the industries and provide an ubiquitous space. Now let's watch a video.
人们仰望繁星汇聚的银河，神话、星象、科幻、宇宙，每个时代都在探索未知的浪漫。如今，我们拥有数次汇聚的光河，语音、网页、视频、超高清，从单纯的通信交流到精彩的影音互动，每个时代都因它抵达更科技的未来。这条光河便是固定网络。现在，新一代创新技术开启第5代固定网络 5G， 传递千兆能量，灿烂千行百业。5G 带来超高带宽，让超高速网络跨越大洋、城市，服务每个企业与家庭，突破虚拟与现实的边界，打破时空与技术的壁垒，灿烂产业生态。5G 滋养极致体验，无论制造还是金融，都毫秒必胜。生命因远程协同而创造奇迹，城市因智能而实现更多可能。5G 实现全光连接，突破业务边界最后的束缚，让光网络延伸至每一个桌面、房间、机器及每一个角落，不仅让连接100倍提升，更让市场成1000亿增长，带动数字经济蓬勃发展，演绎新时代的无限可能。5G 正在创造新的可能，让昨天的不可思议成为今天的习以为常。5G 也将持续生长，延伸到全光交换和更广泛的全光领域。5G 更将协同5G，创造未来新生态，携手时代伙伴，共建万物互联的智能世界。
下面有请华为传送语接
Next,
入
I'd like to invite Mr. Qi Ji, the President of Huawei Transmission and Access Product Line. Mr. Richard Jin, please. Distinguished guests, good afternoon. Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen online, good morning, good noon, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Huawei Connect 2020, the summit on intelligent connectivity. I'm going to share with you the latest updates of Optix strategy. In this picture, you see Mr. Gao Kun, a Nobel laureate, a Chinese origin mathematician. In 1966, he proved for the first time that with glass fiber, long-distance information transmission is possible, and that started the era of optical fiber. As a new transmission medium, optical fiber is different from traditional copper wire for the reason of super broadband bandwidth, very suitable to the transmission of large granular data. It is also highly secure and reliable, immune from electromagnetic interference, so it works very well for power, transport, and other security-sensitive industries. At the UN General Assembly 2 days ago, China proposed that by 2060, China would achieve carbon neutral. And compared with the traditional telecommunication network based on copper wire, optical fiber can actually reduce the energy consumption by 60%. Therefore, it is eco-friendly and energy efficient. It is particularly suitable to campus-based scenarios. Later, I will expand on that. Therefore, I believe that intelligent connectivity will enter the era of all optical network. As a leader of the optical industry, Huawei has been long investing into both basic research and technology R&D. We would like to develop ubiquitous optical connections and accelerate the digitalization of all the industries. Yesterday, at the keynote, the first presentation was delivered by Chairman Guo Ping. He mentioned F5G. The number of connections would equal 5G plus IoT. So F5G is the fixed 5G in parallel with the mobile 5G. What we would like to do is to develop the F5G plus 3 plus X strategy. The F5G technology is the basis, and we're going to develop all optical data center, barrier, and campus. Those are three key solutions. We are going to bring F5G through the partners to all the industries so that the optical connectivity will reach everything. For the industries, three solutions are upgraded. First, about the all-optical data center. Right on this stage, last year we launched the all-optical data center solution. So with the zero-based operation and maintenance of optical the network-based data center could be achieved. So even if you were just a beginner, you can do it within 8 seconds to launch an optical data center. We have held more than 200 customers, including banks, governments, and ISPs, develop their own DCI network by simplifying equipment O&M. We have totally disrupted the awareness about the O&M of industrial and proprietary DCIs. We have also upgraded the all optical data center solutions in two ways. One is to introduce the AI technologies. More than 90% of the faults can be predicted, so O&M becomes even easier. Second, in terms of the network capacity, we have made an upgrade. Building on the Super C bandwidth launched last year, we have expanded it to Super C plus L, so the single cable capacity has been raised from 48T to 88T. That can meet the needs of long-term developments of companies. The next is all optical barrier. Last year at HC, we launched a single Optix all optical barrier solution. So one cable can actually bear all businesses with a high certainty and low latency. The hard pipe technology for a single Optix has become a topic of power, transport, finance, and other industries. We just heard a presentation from Agricultural Bank of China. Actually, all banking outlets of all banks would use the single optic barrier for their backhaul transmission to guarantee safety. We are going to launch liquid OT and hard pipeline technology with all the advantages of the previous generations. This new technology can actually host all businesses from 2M to 100G, and latency is further brought down by 30%. Liquid OTN is the industry's only solution that supports the 2M slicing and the lossless adjustment of bandwidth with a stat length of only 2M. At the keynote this afternoon, Director Wang Tong of Huawei mentioned a new law. Actually, in the new law, latency and the number of connections correlate with each other. The lower the latency is, the higher the value is. The bigger number of connections is, the higher the value will be. The best solution is the liquid OTN. The hard pipe technology will truly benefit all industries, and it is becoming a new city infrastructure. Working in parallel with the water, power, road, and gas networks, and constituting the lifeline of a city. A secure and reliable all-optical barrier network based on liquid OTN will connect the city and make it alive and dynamic. The third is the all-optical campus network. Right here last year, we proposed that we would like to provide the all-optical campus network. Addressing this trend, there's more optical than copper. And that has been the trend at home, and we are bringing this trend to campuses. By introducing the all-optical campus solutions, we are using passive components to replace the active ones, active switches, and reduce the number of layers from 3 to 2. And we actually reduced 30% of the TCO by doing that. After the solution was launched last year, the all-optical campus has become a global consensus in the industry. It has been rolled out in 2,000 customers ranging from universities to hospitals, hotels, airports, for example, those in Malaysia and Singapore. During the exhibitions, a lot of airports customers, like those in Beijing, are considering our solution to further optimize their architecture. This year, we are going to expand the all-optical campus network to industrials. On August 5th, we launched the first industrial-level intelligent optical terminal was launched in Guangzhou. So that was used to make mining safer underground. In the Huawei optical campus network is not only lighting up enterprise campuses but also the industrial ones. Wi-Fi 6 is mainstreaming for enterprise campus. Today we are going to launch the industry's fastest optical terminal that can support the backhaul rate of 40G with Wi-Fi 6. We are entering an intelligent age. AI provides the intelligence, computing, provides the computing power. F5G provides the ability to transport the data. So that all of them constitute together the basic infrastructure of the intelligent age. FG and 5FG are like the roots of a tree, connecting numerous individuals, households, and enterprises. Through the transport capability of F5G, the data is transmitted to the tree leaves and tree branches. They will nourish all the various verticals. We do our things selectively. We don't do everything. We work with partners in the electric power industry to roll out liquid OTN in the power industry and the standardization. We also roll out the ONA Green or Optical Network Technology Alliance to roll out the standardization in the building industry. We have also developed the national standards for that. We have also launched this year the Optix Star terminals to provide the edge computing capabilities on an open basis. In Guangzhou, in August, we launched the Star project. In the next 5 years, 2.5 billion RMB will be invested in the development of ecosystem for all optical development. Mr. Yu said, nobody can dim all the lights of all the stars on the universe. But actually, we used the star concept earlier than Mr. Yu Chengdong. Actually, we would like to continue our innovation and bring new products to the industry. Today, we would like to launch 2 new products for the industry. Please watch the screen. Whenever we look into the universe, we will be overwhelmed by the vastness of the universe. Our naked eyes can only see 6,000 stars, but in galaxy there are 200 billion stars, and in the universe there is at least one and numerous, actually countless stars. They actually are lighting up the universe. We are actually using Optix star as the name of our terminal. The meaning is that the ubiquitous optical connections will light up the world with the starlight. This is the first product I would like to launch, namely X892E. This is the industry's first 40G optical terminal. It will reshape the campus architecture as the best companion of Wi-Fi 6. And the second product is the industry's first optical transmission platform that can provide full support to liquid OTN. The name is Optix Trans E660. It will ensure absolute security of the business and safeguard the safe operation of the industries. After the strategy of all optical interconnectivity was launched, the all optical business has flourished. I would like to turn to Mr. Jin Zhiguo, my colleague, to give you more details about these two star products. Let me invite Mr. Kim Jin, President of Huawei Enterprise Transmission and Access Domain. Okay, thank you, Mr. Xin. Hi, friends here with me and online. Please accept my greetings. Let me give you more details about these two products. The first one is the Xinguang Tiansu S892E. It addresses the campus scenario to actually provide a backhaul transmission based on Wi-Fi 6. In campus, we face some difficulties in terms of technologies. For example, in campuses, Wi-Fi 6 has become an indispensable choice of all solutions. What Wi-Fi 6 provides us is not only the new generation of Wi-Fi connections, but also the revolutionary rate for optical fiber transmission. With copper, the bandwidth less than 10G is required. It's actually no longer possible to deliver the needs. People are now switching to optical fiber because that is the inevitable choice. In campus, when there's a meeting, people are zero tolerant to the frozen images. So thirdly, for campus network, the industries and enterprises are increasingly informatized, and then the network has become consequentially more and more complex. In our O&M, we are also more picky on efficiency. Then this product is the industry's first product that can provide 40 POL as an optical terminal. It can support the 10G full-speed Wi-Fi 6 connectivity. Why do we call it a Tiansu? It is actually the name of 108 celestial stars. So in the very famous novel called The Outlaws Along the Marsh, that is the nickname of a person called Dai Zong. He was the quickest messenger in that classical literature. So, and then we use this name to, call this product. And how will this product resolve the challenges facing campuses? It offers non-construction with super broadband, and no interruption because of security, and no intervention because of intelligence. Therefore, we call it a 3-node product. Let me now give you more details about the 3 nodes. First, no congestion. Because of the very broad bandwidth, we use a super micro aggregation algorithm. The uplink bandwidth can be 40 G. Compared with the traditional bandwidth of 10 G. So the bandwidth has been quadrupled. And the UL and DL bandwidth can be flexibly configured. It can be 40 G or 20. Depending on your business requirements, the configuration can be made dynamically. For Wi-Fi 6, you can provide a 10G ports and effect a full-speed transmission. Therefore, the flow is uncongested. Second, let's look at the no interruption. The super intelligent active type C is supported. So the failover is within 50 milliseconds. Intelligent business identification and detection capability is available so that the high priority business will stay uninterrupted. And we can also provide the businesses to be always on 24/7 with the redundancies available. And the third way is no intervention. Campuses are busier and busier. And the extremely fast service provisioning is possible with this product. For a single machine, plug and play is the case. And if it is a campus with 500 units, the deployment can be achieved within 5 minutes. So the deployment will be much quicker in campuses with a higher efficiency. So the deployment, installation, and maintenance will all be improved tremendously. And the O&M efficiency can be raised by at least 60% versus the traditional campus. Let's move on to the next product. In the key industries, the production network will benefit from the Opti trends E6600. In those critical industries, security is key. For example, when it comes to energy, transportation, government, and finance, the production matters to the lifeline of the state. Therefore, it is an absolute priority to ensure the security. And the security level should be pushed to the extreme. There's a national standard defining the level of security required. And for the ICT industry, over so many years, the traditional production businesses and the novel ones coexist side by side, and the requirements for interfaces are very complex. For these networks, you may not realize the number of nodes used to be hundreds or thousands, but now this number has been growing by 100 times, if not more. And that will result in a lot of challenges for O&M. The Optix E6600 is the industry's first of its kind for optical transmissions, so highly secure and integrated and self-operated features are available to resolve the challenges for the network. Let's look at the security first. Liquid OTM and Lambda are the native hard slicing technologies. So this is the industry-leading optical slicing technologies. They were born to provide the hard pipes for the various business. The inter-pipe attacks across the different industries can be avoided. There's no way for businesses to visit each other because they are protected under the hard pipes. Another benefit to production is the certain latency. That is critical to production safety, especially the power sector. the protection switchover is a top priority for the power grids. So the certain latency is required and provided for such industries. The single station latency can be less than 10 microseconds for power sector, and we can deliver the level of latency they require. The next one is the high level of density. In legacy networks, old and new businesses coexist. So there are different protocols and for the interfaces. For our new product, we can support the PCM, SDH, OTN, and a packet. So these devices can be all better utilized, and 60% of the cabin space can be saved. By integrating multi-businesses and standards, one network can host different businesses. So with one minimalistic network, we can enable all kinds of production, business, and communication networks on an integrated basis. The next one is the ease of or intelligent O&M. We have come to the stage where SDN is super hot. If there's no SDN in a network, it will be difficult for you to achieve the intelligent O&M in the future or the integration between cloud and a network. For our latest network management system, namely NCE, the integration of management, control, and analytics is possible with AI and big data. Management, control, and analytics converge. So the O&M efficiency can be enhanced by 30%, and the resource of the network can be visualized, maintained, and the service provisioning can be also better automatically provided. The subhouse of the network can be automatically detected with an accuracy up to 90%. In conclusion, the two products that I presented today, namely S892E, which offers no congestion, no intervention, and no interruption. And the other product, Optix E6600, which offers us high security, high density, and intelligent O&M, benefiting production safety. We believe that in the future, in the informatized era, F5G can provide ubiquitous optical connections and upgrade and transform all the industries through digitalization. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful speeches by the two speakers. Just now we learned about the benefits of the optical network. When we use optical network in the office, in the campus, and in the factory, what will be the benefit? Next, we will have Mr. Lei Bo, the CIO of Shanxi Fast Auto Drive Co., to share with us the topic of all optical campus enable smart manufacturing. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lei Bo from Shanxi Fast Auto Drive Group. It's a great honor to share with you our usage of Huawei's all-optical campus solution. First, let me briefly introduce our company. The name of our company is Shanxi Fast Auto Drive Group, founded in 1968. Now we are a world-famous automotive drive system manufacturer. For 17 consecutive years, the business indicators of ours rank the top of the gear industry in China, and the production and sales of heavy-duty automotive drive systems remain the world's first for 14 consecutive years. And this year, our sales will surpass 30 billion yuan, and a lot of the heavy trucks use the gearbox of fast group. And for the heavy truck, our market share is 70%. And for passenger vehicle, the market share of fast is 70%. And we develop alongside development of China. The reason we can get the achievement today is because we have this core culture. We are from the inland of China, so we are known for enduring. And also we are a company that has a long history, so we have discipline, and also we are a military industry company with a long history. When we combine these long-established culture with the new ideas and new technologies, we can inject more vitality into the company. We have 8 series of products: AT gearbox, AMT gearbox, S gearbox, and the bus gearbox, light truck gearbox, hydraulic retarder, clutch and reducer. It can be used for trucks as well as pickup trucks. It can be used in the vehicles for mines and harbors and in different environments. Now we have the wheel side reducer and pure electric vehicle drive system. They are both in the market, and we also attach a lot of importance to R&D. And we have 1,300 patents in China, and we have joined 863 national projects. We have very strong production capacity, annual production and sales of 1.2 million automotive drive systems, 15 million gears, and we have very strong production assurance. In FAST, we defined the year of 2016 and year 2017 as the theme year of promoting intelligence and digital. And in supply chain management, sales, post-sales, market management, we adopt ICT technologies for transformation, and that brings challenges. Network is the basis for digital and intelligence, and we have some challenges in the network. First, the difficulty in dynamic change of networks. We frequently need to adjust the layout of the production line to suit the need for production. We have in total 20,000 pieces of equipment in the production line, and the network also need to change accordingly. And that is a problem for us. When we use the copper wire, the distance of the port from the equipment is the biggest problem. And also the production line layout is always changing. So we cannot maintain the same network architecture, and the architecture may be more complex. And also, some chemical liquid will evaporate, and that will damage the network interface or ports. So the stability of network is poor, and also the network architecture is very heavy because we need to connect the cables to where the equipment is. So we also need to provide power to the equipment. So that is quite troublesome, and we sometimes need to deploy a cabinet for that. So it's quite troublesome to do this change. And another problem is management. We have too many pieces of equipment in the factory. We don't know the exact locations, and we don't know which equipment is powered off. In the face of these difficulties, we initiated a network upgrade project together with Huawei. We had a thorough study and research into what will be our future network. And we have selected an optical network. We built one network to carry all the services in the office, in the campus, and the production area. And the different areas are logically isolated. In terms of security, we have dual homing. We have this dual homing to make sure that there is continuous production in the production line. We also use the industrial grade ONU, which can support the Ethernet port and withstand the temperature of 70 degrees Celsius. And also it is future-proof for edge computing. I believe the previous two speakers have given you a lot of details in the technologies of optical network, so I will not do that here. And what are the benefits of the optical network? The first, elastic scaling, because we are not limited by the ports, by the length of the cable, so we can change the network architecture as we like. So we can change it very agilely, we can scale up the network easily, and also it is very secure because we use dual homing. So if one of the link is broken, the service can be switched to another link, so we can have this highly available connectivity. The third benefit is simplified architecture. Now we still have a three-layered network. It's not two-layer yet, but no matter how big our company will grow, how network will change, we will maintain three-layer. Another benefit is efficient O&M. In the past, when we spotted a failure, we would need to make phone call to notify the engineers. Now, when the failure occurs, it's known immediately where it is, and the recovery time reduced from hours to 30 minutes or even 10 minutes. Looking to the future, fast group plans to accomplish the transformation in 3 phases. We will become a service-based company, and we will turn into an international company and turn into a digital company. In the 13th 5-year period, we will achieve the sales target of 30 billion. And we aim to have 50 billion yuan of sales further into the future, and 80 billion yuan. And in this process, we will use the ICT technology as a lever to gain more growth momentum by using 5G and F5G to build the high performance and stable industrial network. That's all for my sharing today. Thank you.
谢谢。感谢雷博先生为我们带来的精彩的演讲。
Thank you, Mr. Leibo. Please be
电力一直是
seated.
关系国计民生的大事。
Electricity
当全
is
方位
highly
服
relevant
务
to
电网
people's
会带来怎样的效果
livelihood, and how
下面有请
optical
国家电网
network can
国网
benefit
浙江省
the
电力有
electricity
限公
grid.
司
Next,
信
we
息
will
通信
have
分公司总经理
Mr.
戴铁桥
Dai
先
Tiechao,
生
General
带来
Manager of
创新
Information
治
and
理
Communication
助
Branch
力
State
高通
Grid
信电网建设的
Zhejiang
主题演讲，
Corporation
掌声有
to
请。
give us a talk about intelligent connectivity enables elastic power grids.
尊敬的各位专家，
Distinguished experts, industry peers, good afternoon.
来自国网
I'm from State Grid, Zhejiang Electricity Corporation.
我们公司
My name is Dai Tiechao.
浙江省电力公司的通
We are responsible for communications, information, and data infrastructure, construction, maintenance, and
首
management
先呢，今天呢，这个非常荣幸啊，
for State Grid.
受华为公司的邀请，
And we are very
在这里
honored
大家一起
to be invited.
跟大家一起
And I'm very glad to report to
这
you
几年在能源互联网、高弹性电
what
网、
we have done in the electricity, IoT, and elastic network.
国家电网公司
The State Grid
经营
company
有26个省，
operates in 26 provinces and autonomous regions. We cover the power supply of 88% of the country's territory and providing power to over 1.1 billion people.
南方电网公司的南方，
State Grid and the
国家电网公司
Southern Grid are the two top power company in China, and our company ranked number 3 in Fortune Global 500 in year 2020. Over the past 20 years, the State Grid Corporation has continuously set the safety record
先的特高压输电
for power grid, and we have completed the UHV transmission projects, making us the company with the highest transmission capability and the largest grid connected
位列整个央企的第一。
scale of new energy. And
国家电网公司
State Grid Corporation has been ranked number 1
具有中国特色
in the patent ownership for 9 years,
能源互联网企业的发展目标。
our goal is to build the
国网
power IoT network.
积极探索国家电网公司战略目标在省级电网的
We are
实践。
actively exploring how to achieve the state grid's strategic goals in provincial power grids.
并唤醒
We
联网合组全活动
propose
安全需要
to
商提升的
have
高弹
the
性
full
电网
interaction between the source and storage of electricity and improve the security and efficiency of the grids. And we plan to have these core capabilities:
从而
high bearing capacity, high level of interaction, high level of self-healing, and high efficiency. This will change the
即使在缺乏
power grid
电网
operation mode and drives the transformation
使
from
得我们的广大的电力用户用上
the
放心电。
electric power internet to energy internet, and also help the people to use green and affordable
结合着
power.
能源的转型和技术的发展，推动数字化
Based on the development of technology, we need to use the technology to support the business growth, and we need to build a digital brain of the state grid to support the production, the business management, and customer service, and the ecosystem innovation. In this way, we can improve the digital level, the intelligence level, and the connectivity level of our company. We rely on the data middle platform
等等新技术，打造数字
and
软
use
件
the
电网
internet
末端神经系统，
capabilities to build the nerve system
末端神经系统
of State Grid the company.
和信息应用。那
And for this highly elastic network, it is something we proposed last year. And after the worst time of the pandemic, the usage of power has surged. So this year, we managed to withstand the spike of electricity usage, and we have prevented the overloading of the power grids. Now, the energy industry, that includes the electricity, heating, coal, and gas companies, all of us have relatively siloed systems. This is quite common, so the imperative is to build the energy big data center. All the provinces are very active in this regard to be the aggregation center, processing center, and shared center of data. We need to aggregate the data of upstream and downstream players and provide the data to support decision-making in enterprises and the government. And we also need to process the data and also come up with the service catalog and provide services to the customers and promote the cross-industry collaboration and serve the people. And in our energy big data center, we follow the standards and we continue to upgrade the data center with the new requirements of the business, and we plan to complete the data center at the end of the year. And we also is building a integrated communication network and build an elastic network. We are actively exploring the application of 5G. There are a lot of 5G applications. In Hangzhou, in Zhoushan, we have the end-to-end communication networks covering the electricity grid, and also we use the Beidou positioning system. And we also in Lishui collect the electricity data by using the Beidou system, and we plan to build 40 Beidou base stations to provide high positioning services for 95% of the provincial areas. We're also exploring the application of 5G, F5G. We'll focus on the requirements for private communication channels for large-scale dispatching and production services. As we construct the energy internet, the electric power communication networks are facing new challenges. For example, the network data traffic growth driven by the energy big data center, the requirements of 5G applications on the barrier network for low latency and a massive number of connections. So it means the new technologies need to meet the requirements of new services and also traditional services. We work together with Huawei in exploring how to use the liquid OTN to carry small granularity services on SDH and OTN network. We get the support from Huawei and other leading partners, and the liquid OTN access standard is now being made a national standard. So new technologies are important, and the standards for new technologies are even more important. These kind of technologies will be very beneficial and have a big potential for the power industry, and we are very keen to work with Huawei and other outstanding partners to build this elastic energy internet and to become the world-leading energy company and provide the energy for the better life of people. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Dai. Please be seated.
谢谢。那么也再一次感谢今天下午峰会上所有嘉宾给我们带来的精彩的演讲。现场的各位嘉宾朋友，那这次2020年华为全链接大会全场紧致的连接，加速行业数字化转型峰会已接近尾声。更多精彩内容，请您关注官网以及
Accelerating Industry Digital Transformation.
Coming to the successful end. Thank you for your coming and thank you for your time. And there will be a lucky draw after the survey is completed. Winners can pick up the prizes at the door of the meeting room by presenting the prize winning notification screen. 那么有奖问卷抽中奖品，请大家保留中奖页面，凭中奖页面直接在本场会议室的门口领取奖品。So after summit speech ends, our crew members will direct all the attendees to the exits. 那么稍后呢，我们现场的工作人员将会引领我们现场的嘉宾朋友有序的离场。再一次感谢大家出席本场峰会，我们下次见，谢谢。